Is Dwight Howard better than Nikola Jokic? Let's talk about it. Uh, as I'm sure most of you know, Dwight Howard is currently playing in Taiwan. I believe this is the offseason right now. He's over there dropping 40, 12, 15, and just having godly numbers, having a good time. He's on IG recruiting players and everything. But I think a lot of players, or a lot of people actually forgot who prime Dwight Howard was, man, because that man was a beast in the paint. He was dominating off of lobs and offensive rebounds. That's it. But that man was one of the most physically dominating players I've ever seen. He wasn't amazing at playing basketball, in my opinion, when it comes to, a skill perspective, but that physical quality that he brought night in and night out on both ends of the floor was unmatched after time. But he may have gotten a little too full of himself right here, man, because check out what he had to say about Nikola Jokic, and I quote, so people look at that and say, well, Jokic scores and does all this stuff. And no offense, I think he's great. I love Jokic. I do not want people to think that I'm trying to hate, even comparing, but I'm going to take myself over Nikola Jokic. I know how dominant I was, and I know what I could do with my skills. And on the defensive end and on the offensive end, I was quick enough to get past everybody. And I love Jokic, and I'm happy for him. I think he's one of the best centers that ever played the game of basketball, but I'm not going to throw dirt on my own name. I am Dwight Howard. I know what I've done in this league. And yeah, man, Dwight Howard is definitely slept on. The man should have been hands down top 75 in my opinion. I do not understand how it's even possible that did not make the list. And some guys, like, for example, I love Dame, but I'll take Dwight Howard over Dame Lillard, for example. And it's some other names, especially from some players in the 50s and everything that made the list and not Dwight Howard. But whatever, it's a conversation for another day. But when it comes to this one, bro, you tweaking. Dwight Howard, if you look at his prime, I will say his prime was in Orlando, right? Because after that, he went to the Lakers. It didn't work out with Kobe. Then he went to the Rockets with James Harden and same stuff. They had some good moments, but eventually they came up short, ended up being disappointed. And from that point on, he became a journeyman until he was able to capture a championship, being a key role player. But I do want to highlight the fact that he was a role player on the Lakers in 2020 when they won the championship, compared to Nikola Jokic, who just got done leading his team to the promised land, being historic out there, dropping damn near a triple-double every round, dominating and everything, man. Coming off 2 MVPs, arguably he should have won 3 in a row. Dwight Howard never touched that. Even if you look at the numbers, again, let's say Dwight Howard's prime was in Orlando. He got drafted in 2004, and he averaged 12 points. So we're not going to, 12 and 10. That's not bad for some rookie numbers. Shooting 52% from the floor. And I'm trying to check for the blocks. He had almost 2 blocks as a rookie. So these are good numbers, but we're not going to count these as prime numbers for Dwight Howard. We're going to start from year 2007, the first year he was able to actually average over 20 points. In that year, he averaged 21 points, almost 20.7, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks on 60% shooting. He was great that year. He was great. His best season is probably 2009 because he was able to go to the finals. On his way to the finals, he had to beat LeBron James. Now, I believe these Cavs teams, although the team was abysmal, they were still able to win over 60 games. And Dwight Howard was at the forefront of that. I remember that team had just a bunch of shooters, and they would just put it up on the rim. And Dwight Howard would just go and get it. So it was either a make or an offensive rebound for a putback dunk or a foul, and Dwight Howard would get to the lines and do his things, man. He had some 30s and 20s in that playoff run. It was amazing, but eventually he came up short against Kobe in the finals, and he took away that showdown that we all wish we could have saw between LeBron and Kobe in the finals. But hey, man, props to Dwight Howard. And yeah, defensive player of the year that year too. Average, 19 points and 13 rebounds on 61% shooting with 3 blocks. But this is his best season. So I'm going to say the numbers again. 19, 13, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Great, right? But come on, man. If we're talking about Nikola Jokic, it's damn near not even close, especially if you look at the numbers. I know it's not all about the numbers. It's about the eye test, the fact that Dwight Howard can actually defend way better than Nikola Jokic, especially as a rim protector and all that stuff. But Nikola Jokic is just too valuable, man. I'll say this. If this was just a one-on-one game, right, I believe Dwight Howard does a way better job on Nikola Jokic than Nikola Jokic could do of stopping Dwight Howard, right? So I may go as far as saying that despite all of the skills, despite the shooting that Nikola Jokic can have, the handles and everything, the post moves that Dwight Howard do not have, that he may win in a one-on-one situation over Nikola Jokic. I might entertain that. But when it comes to team ball, 5-on-5, man, come on, man. What are we doing? Nikola Jokic, for his career, is averaging 20, 10, and 8. That's for his career. And if we look at his prime years, though, so we're going to say he's entering his prime right now. He's right at the peak of his prime right now. We're going to start from year 2020. I believe this was his first MVP. And ever since then, he's never averaged under 24.5 points. Dwight Howard, again, was never able to average 22 points. And if you add on the rebounds, man, it's almost, 12. It's 14. It's 12 again. And then the assists, man, the assists that just killed the debate for me. 8 assists that first year, 8 assists that second year. And last year just got done averaging 9.8 assists. And he would almost average a triple-double as a center. Case closed. And he has a ring as a finals MVP. So I'll take Nikola Jokic. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Dwight Howard, I respect you. People should give you your props. Again, a lot of people think that you're just out at this point to troll